Hi everyone,
Oh,
welcome to
wait, wait,
SIG.
wait, wait, wait. I haven't started it yet. I still searching for the button.
I press record.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hi everyone, welcome to March 28, 2023 SIG Node weekly meeting. We have a couple of items on the agenda today. So let's tackle the second item first. So Todd raised this topic. No, not Todd. I don't know the first name. Pedrosa. So he raised a topic in Signode Slack about the kill behavior on cgroups v2. So in cgroups v2, there's a new knob that allows us to kill all the processes inside a container when there's an scenario. So the proposal is whether that should be the default behavior. And there are some comments there. I think in general, people are in favor of killing the container as a whole. And I think that makes sense because it's hard for something outside the container to know if a particular process is killed, and it's just cleaner to restart the application. Any thoughts, comments that folks want to add?
Yeah, in fact, for sidecar containers, we will adjust score for sidecar so it will be equal to the main container. And I think the same exact reason everybody prefer everything to be killed at once, not like individual, not even individual containers, but the whole pod. But I don't know whether you want to go with whole pod. We probably won't.
Yeah, it may make sense to do it at the pod level or the container level.
And container definitely makes sense. Pod level may make sense for um, sidecars. That's why we do it for sidecars.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
like directories, may not be.
yeah, maybe I think best way forward is probably to open an issue and then debate the container versus pod level knob. Maybe we can start with container level and then figure out if pod level makes sense as well.
I think the question is, do we want cap or we want just an issue?
Ah, I'm not, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we can start with an issue, and if it seems like if folks feel like, okay, this is a significant enough change, then we can decide if we need a cap and then think about restoring the older behavior through some knob. I don't see a reason why, but we can start with an issue. I don't think we need a cap.
Okay. Uh, Jose Luis, are you on a call? I think Jose Luis. No. Um, okay. I will reply on the Slack that we need to have an issue and get going.
Okay. Yeah, Todd has a comment about wanting to retain the behavior. So I think it's best we start with an issue and then continue the conversation there. All right. We can move on to the next topic, which is the annual report. So we're putting together the 2022 Signode annual report, and Sergey has kindly created a starter doc for us. So our ask is that the community take a look at the doc and add comments there so we can collaboratively put together the report. So, Sergey, do you know when it's due? How much time do we have?
Maybe yesterday. I don't know. Nobody did it yet, so we wouldn't be the first late for this report, and we mostly late because it was code freeze and test freeze, which took a lot of energy. Do you want to just go through the questions all together, and maybe there are some opinions on the call?
Sure,
You can
just
even share the
just
screen.
yeah. All right, Sergey, I have the issue where my mic is getting paused when I share.
Okay, let me do it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Sergey. We can see your screen. So the first question is, what work did the SIG do this year that should be highlighted?
We're talking
Uh,
about last year.
yep.
2022.
So maybe we can, I mean, Sergey, maybe we can cover what's been happening on the CI sub-project side, like the work that went into making the jobs better.
Yeah, I think by the mid-year we achieved very good results, and we even sent this CI report, but then it degraded. So like right now we're trying to get it back to on track. So we can
Okay.
highlight it, but I don't think it's like true highlight for the whole
Okay.
year.
All right. We can talk about the progress we made on the perma betas, like graduating or closing out things that were lagging.
Okay. Yeah, we did a good job of like topology manager graduation, for instance, long-standing memory manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, okay. I also wanted to say about maybe what we did is we said that container, like we removed CRI v1 alpha 2 API, and it cut 1.6 or like container Z 1.5, I think, out of support, or even 1.6, I think.
Docker Shim was also last year, if I remember correctly.
The deprecation.
Well,
I
actual removal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Removal. Yeah, I think so too. We can double check, but yeah, that's good to highlight. Yeah.
With that, we kind of are raising the bar of dependency versions. Like even this recent kernel version discussion, when we said that certain sysctl settings will only be supported starting certain kernel version.
Maybe I mean we did a bunch of new work, so we can say that yeah we started new projects, and then when we go to the kept section, we get the details of the new work that started. We can say C groups V2 went GA because I think that's a big event coming up. V1 is gonna get duplicated in various dependent projects.
Yeah, this is big. We started this work group for what is it? Let's scroll down. Security no, not security profiles. Is it security profiles? We started this new repository, but I don't remember what. Some hardware something. Yeah, my memory uh, is not very good around it. I wasn't involved very much.
Right. Uh,
All right, Mike. Thank you.
yeah,
Username.
we can add that. Yes, definitely. It took so long that it's worth highlighting. Yeah, I think improvements to like performance. Maybe I mean evented like we started work on that.
Yeah, evented
Then yeah,
raises the bar for dependencies, right? So you need to be on certain version.
right. I think that looks like a good list. If folks remember anything else, please add a
I
comment.
would mention DRA, dynamic resource allocation, because most of the work was done in the last year.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
quite
Okay.
a bit
Yeah.
of work. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
It's a good addition.
Yeah. It's a good call out. Yeah.
Okay, what initiative are you working on that aren't being tracked as caps? Todd added this refactoring end-to-end tests, which totally makes sense. Is there anything else? I think we track pretty much everything we're working on. Right?
Yeah, most of what we do is in caps.
Structured logging, it was done through a cap, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it came through different SIG. So
Okay.
yeah.
Infrared hosting. Do you mean the registry, Mike? I'm reading the chat.
Yeah, registry and moving prowl jobs, that sort of thing to other providers over time. Mostly registry hosting them. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move to the next one. Cap work in 2022. What is this comment?
Okay, event that like
Okay.
needs to be added to the list.
Yeah, I don't know how this automation works. I feel that list is not correct. So this was done. This was started. I don't know. Maybe we graduated it to beta with this one.
I don't think we moved that one to beta. I mean the CRI one. The CRI starts.
Okay.
So ensure secret pulled images also
Yeah, we
didn't
haven't done.
actually go anywhere. So
Yeah, we can order next it if you want.
yeah.
Dynamic resource allocation. We
So
did.
It's alpha in 126.
Okay.
So the user namespaces can be added to the right version here. The stateless alpha 126, or was it 125? It was probably 125. We'll need to double check.
Okay.
The second alpha is going into 127.
Yeah, this wasn't done. I think this was planned, but was never accomplished.
So
127.
no, I think the split didn't happen. The split work, but the pod networking ready condition was added by Deep. So there was a renaming that happened, but I think we made progress there. Yeah.
Partial. Yeah.
I feel like we are missing a lot of them. Maybe we can just get it from the release notes or other places.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It was auto-generated, but I don't know what tool was used to auto-generate.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Project health. What areas and subprojects does your group need the most help with? Any areas with 2 or fewer owners? I think many subprojects like NPD, feature discovery, they all have very little like support from maintainers. I'm not sure about feature discovery. I don't look, but NPD clearly suffers from it may go faster.
Maybe we can tag for NFD. We can tag. I can tag some folks from Red Hat and NVIDIA that have been working on it. It may be possible that there isn't a lot happening in that area. Like it's just support for new PCI IDs for devices, right? So
Well, NFT is actively maintained on our side, so we have at least 2 developers almost full time, and for a couple of contributors which I actively see in GitHub. So I think we are fine with NFT.
What other projects we have? Sira API, I feel that it's good. Sira
Yeah.
tools, Sasha is very active there. Kubernetes, Node API. Yeah, and NPD, as I said, Lantau is supporting it, but we may benefit from more. And reverse topology. Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
think, I think that's really good. Like I know like Francesco, Swati, and Kevin are looking after that, and SPO is also doing well. They have regular releases. I think Sasha is leading that one as well.
Okay. Okay, NPD. Do we have any areas inside the kubelet?
The side comment, it would be good to have it somewhere listed the areas of the kubelet and reviewers. That would help me, for example, to triage and assign issues and PRs.
Okay.
Not directly related, but I don't know if it exists. That just would be nice if anybody can point at it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm
probably
looking for
a pretty good
it.
idea to split it into managers. Kubelet managers. Yeah.
I also feel sometimes we have, from reviewers and approvers perspective, we have many approvers listed as reviewers as well, but most reviews are made by reviewers, not the approvers. So maybe we can clean up owners in this way as well. Any ideas here?
I think it may make sense to like add folks to owners file within subdirectories like, as they get familiar. Like example would be like evented plague, right? Like Harshal and others spent a lot of time going and working in that area, so maybe they could be added there. Just one example.
Okay. Yeah, by the way, as part of this exercise, I started adding more owner files that SIG Node owns. And yeah, if you like, there is a YAML file with all the owners files that we own. If you know more, please contribute. And for now, we can start editing those owners files to review and get more people there. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Metrics community. What metrics community health stats does your group care about and measure? So we try to measure active PRs on the top of every meeting when it's active time. On CI group, we also looking at untriaged PRs and bugs, mostly bugs though. I don't think we measure any other metrics.
Yeah, I think these seem like the most impactful ones. If folks have ideas, they can suggest more.
As you're contributing MD, help new contributors engage with your group. Yeah, looking at the contributors contributing MD file, my first reaction to say no.
So we added that document with Derek and Don, right, on how to contribute and climb up the
Yeah, this
contributors
is
ladder. Yeah.
This is the
Okay.
next one. Yeah, it's
Okay.
here. This is mostly about how you can get started with the group.
So maybe this needs some cleanup. Maybe we can open an issue, and if someone wants to take a stab at cleaning it up. Like for example, how to run local cluster, how to test kubelet changes, stuff like that can go in there.
Yeah, I think we have information. We just need to link to this information.
Yep.
I also feel that most new contributors have troubles identifying the code pieces, like what folders for what. Like we don't have clear. I mean, we have this like, for instance, like when I just joined, like almost 3 years back, I was like, what is staging? Like, how is it? Like, is it belong here or doesn't belong here? And apparently, you can go to staging root folder, and there is a README file that explains what it is, but it's not obvious that you need to go there and understand it. So maybe code structure as well. Next one. If your group has special training requirements for reviewers approvers, something beyond contributors guide, please help it here. Yeah, we have this contributor ladder. We published it last year. I think it's a good progress we made. And I know that some other SIGs looking at this contributors ladder right now and trying to come up with something similar. Does a group has contributors for multiple companies? Yes, we do. And I looked at stats, and we have how many? 19 companies with one plus contributions. I feel this number is low because like 2020 report has like 43, I think, companies contributing. So maybe it's something wrong with the statistics, but yeah, maybe it's a correct number. If I trust this, then it's only 19. Does anybody on the call who wants to deep dive into this dashboard and understand what's going on? Okay. If you're interested, please jump in. Other ways the end user companies can contribute if they're currently not. If one of those ways is more full-time support, what would they work on and why? So I put a couple items here, but I'm happy to hear more. So Docker shim removal and deprecation is still a big topic. There are many customers and many third-party companies which only supports Docker. Some help here may be beneficial. And upcoming SIG v1 deprecation is also something that we need to start looking at. I think it will be less impactful, but still some support needed.
Yeah, I think in general, like if we get feedback on items like these, it'll be useful. Like
Would we highlight also like more reviews from end users, like for new features, what is proposed or something similar?
yeah. What about this? Like maybe can we send out surveys and publish them to the SIG Node mailing list, right? Like, okay, if you're using 127, are you aware that these are the new features that were added? Are you making use of them or not? Just maybe after a few months, maybe 3 months after a release or something.
Three months after release, I think it will not be a lot of customers, but most engaged ones for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the rate at which the releases go out on various clouds and vendors is different, right? So just after release, maybe too soon. But we can see.
Okay. Yeah. Now we need to calculate all these numbers. I took Slack number, but we have more. Yeah, we just need to dodge the bullet and calculate all those numbers. Sub projects. I don't think it's new in 2022, but I think we just introduced like put it there 2022. Continuing, we may want to do working group sidecars. And maybe this effort on resource plugins and CPU, we can make a working group.
Yeah, I think that's been there on and off forever. Like, I don't know, like, Sasha, what do you think? Or it's more like you band together for a particular feature and then.
Well, if we revive something, we should revive under the old name,
Yeah.
like Resource Management Working Group.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember like Derek and Don, we wanted to say what the goals are achieved.
Yeah, I think like we had another discussion where we said, okay, it maybe makes sense to have it be a part of the main group. So it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't feel an urgent need. I feel we are working well in the current model. Like we got in DRA, right, which is a big one.
Yeah, I'm also thinking what in the current pace we are okay in the main SIG node.
Yeah.
There is no urgent need to revive it. And like, with ad hoc meetings if needed when they just happen.
Marlo, do you have any opinion? I see you in the call.
I don't know. Once we're through that, then we'll just go for beta. What are your thoughts? Do we need another meeting?
I can barely hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure we need another meeting because we have the 2 CUP meetings we're already running now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
My question is, do you want to formalize it as a working group so it will be officially
You can run it. I don't mind.
Okay. I can send a pull request and we can discuss on pull request because we need it.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm happy to run that if we need that. It's up to the community.
Great. I think we reached the end of annual report and I need to drop off right now.
Thanks, Sergey. That's the end of the agenda as well. Do folks have any other topics they want to discuss today? All right. Thank you for joining then. See you all next week. Bye now.
Cheers, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.